High-level diplomatic efforts to resolve the crisis in Ukraine failed to make much headway at talks in Paris on Wednesday. Now, Washington and Moscow were unable to see eye to eye, while Russia refused to recognize the interim Ukrainian government. As our Connie Kim reports, the top diplomats of the two countries continue their talks on this Thursday.
International efforts to resolve the crisis in Ukraine took baby steps forward in Paris Wednesday, with the United States and Russia agreeing to continue talks the next day, but no progress was made between Russia and the new Ukrainian government. Speaking after the meeting, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said talks with Russia will continue to try and de-escalate the crisis.
We agreed to continue intense discussions in the coming days with Russia, with the Ukrainians, in order to see how we can help normalize the situation, stabilize it, and overcome the crisis.
Kerry said there were no expectations that the talks would resolve the conflict, but added there are a number of ideas on the table. U.S. officials say Kerry had presented Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov with a plan for restoring Ukraine's sovereignty while addressing Moscow's concerns about its Black Sea Fleet and the many ethnic Russians that live in eastern Ukraine. The two are expected to meet again in Rome on Thursday. Lavrov confirmed that the talks would continue, but discussions between Russia and Ukraine did not materialize, with the Russian Foreign Minister calling Ukraine's new government illegitimate. In Brussels, NATO announced there will be no talks with Moscow after Russian President Vladimir Putin refused to pull out Russian forces from Ukraine's Crimea Peninsula, where the tense standoff continues between pro-Russian forces and the Ukrainian military. NATO said it'll also back out from a joint mission linked to Syrian chemical weapons and help build the capacity of the Ukrainian military. Meanwhile, the European Union has unveiled a package of aid and grants to Ukraine's new government worth some $15 billion over the next couple of years. Connie Kim, Arirang News.